Hi, my name is Victoria Gonzalez.
Hi, I'm Karla Griego.
I'm the editor in chief here of the journalism program, Spartan Shield, and I have a couple questions to ask.
Sure.
Can you tell us a bit more about your experience in education?
Yes, I taught for 20 years in special education. I taught special day program and resource specialist program. I've taught preschool all the way up to high school. My last job was working with pregnant teens and mothers, young mothers.
I understand that a few of your priorities as district board member is transparency over budgeting and expanding school services. Did you have any specific goals regarding these priorities?
Yes. In fact, this year, one of my priorities is going to be to ensure that all of our students have mental health support at our schools, not just through online mental health support, but actually at the school site with our psychiatric social workers, not just with partners, because sometimes the partners are limited in who they can see. Whereas our own employees, who are psychiatric social workers, can see any student and they also can lead groups and they can also help with school climate and they can also work with parents. So that's going to be one of my priorities. And transparency and ensuring that all of our students have access to this support is going to be very critical.
You helped lead multiple UTLA strikes, one in 2019 and another in 2023. What advice would you give to those who also want to speak out about the issues they face in their places of work?
First of all, you have to organize. You cannot make change alone. Making change is not done by one person and it's not done in silo. So you have to build relationships with people. So if at a workplace you feel that things are not just and they're not working well for you, then you need to talk to other workers and ask them how things are going for them. If they're not going well for you, more than likely they're not going well for anybody else. And you start talking to people and you start thinking about how you can make change happen. And a lot of times it's when everybody comes together, the majority of people come together is when change happens. Going on strike is a very scary moment for people. And it was very scary for our teachers to go on strike. Some of them were about to retire, some of them were brand new teachers, and some of them are the only breadwinner. So losing pay was a very hard decision for them. But we knew that we weren't going to win if we didn't all do it together. And so we all went in and took a hit, literally a financial hit, and also the fear, faced fear together. And that gave us a lot of strength. We also got a lot of support from parents and from students. And that's why we won.
Uh, the Coalition of Unions, ROSLA, which you helped found, is committed to improving public education in Los Angeles for all students. Has there been a time or a specific event that you've experienced or heard that made you realize how much it's helping?
Yes. So Reclaim Our Schools includes a group called Students Deserve. And Students Deserve is a group of students from all over LAUSD who have been fighting the school to prison pipeline. One of the things that Students Deserve worked on and fought hard for was to end the random searches of students. I don't think you have experienced that because it was eliminated several years ago, actually, from the 2019 strike, I think, and we eliminated random searches because that the group of students felt that by wanding them, pulling them out of classes in the middle of classes, using our counselors to do that kind of work was already creating a place and a space that felt like we were being criminalized. So our students fought hard for that and they won. And so I saw that as a very inspiring space where students led that work.
And my last question to you is, upon reading a bit more about you, I learned that you migrated here to the US at a young age. Do you think that your experience with that impacts your relationship with the district you represent, seeing as a lot of students also come from families who are immigrants?
Yes, I think my experience is very similar to a lot of our students. I came here when I was 5 years old, didn't know any English, and also lived in a one room apartment. I mean, it was like literally a bed and a small stove. It wasn't even a kitchen. It was like a little two burner stove. And I lived there and my family moved all over the place trying to find a better place for me to grow up. And I think that having that experience allows me to understand what our families need, our most vulnerable families need. I was one of those most vulnerable students. And so that makes me fight harder for our most vulnerable students. And I think that fire is what I take to the district, is what I take to my conversations with the superintendent, is what I bring to the days when I'm fighting for our students. So I do think that helps me a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's my goal, is to really fight hard for our most vulnerable populations.
And then one last thing, is there anything like a message you want to give to any of the students who might not be showing up to school or any of the staff members might not be showing up because of their fear?
Yes, I understand your fear. I completely empathize with that. And I also want you to know that the district is doing everything we can to keep you safe. We have trained all of our staff members, all of our principals. We have a $1 million fund called the Compassionate Fund to support families who are in need of legal support. We have resources that we can give you, and when a family is detained, we reach out to them to try to support them and give them resources, whatever they need. And so I want you to know that we understand the fear, we empathize, and we're doing everything we can to support you, and know that we're not giving up on you. And I know the teachers and the administration are right there with everyone. The whole staff, actually, campus workers, everybody at a school site is with our students and our families.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate this time.
Thank you.